to Breakthrough. I'm your host, Sharon Joseph, and as always, it's such a pleasure to come to you live right here on Facebook and YouTube. Today, we are talking about a really exciting topic, and that is a red carpet event that we are having, Toastmasters International. We are having on the 9th of November. As a matter of fact, all of this month, I'll be talking about Breakthrough. So I'm encouraging you to stay tuned and join us for this amazing event. Now, Breakthrough, what is Breakthrough all about? Breakthrough is all about bringing you tips, tools, and insights for life. And if you see me fiddling here, it's because I just totally lost a transmission, so I'm trying to get it back. So there you go. So again, Breakthrough is all about bringing you tips, tools, and insights for life. Again, I'm your host, Sharon Joseph, and what do I do? Well, I'm a business consultant and president of SAJ Consulting Services. I'm a professional speaker, trainer, business consultant, and an executive coach. So if you need assistance in any of those areas, I'm encouraging you to find me. The main part of my life, or my life's passion, is to help you live with passion and purpose. I help people do that by one, doing assessments to help them identify their gifts and talents, and then help them understand how to walk passionately in their purpose. How do I do it for businesses? I do it through coaching, assessments, helping them also with their communication and leadership skills for staff. And I am always excited to do new things. So just want to let you know. Again, I help businesses by training, assessments, strategic marketing, and so on. If you need to reach me, you can do so at sharonajoseph.com or sajconsultingservices.com, or email me at sajconsultingservices, that's sajconsultingservices at gmail.com. Now, again, I mentioned earlier that this entire month we are talking about Toastmasters. Yes, the Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club right here in Connellsville, Pennsylvania, the only Toastmasters Club in the entire southwestern Pennsylvania area, all the way into Morgantown, West Virginia. So stay tuned for more details about this amazing red carpet event. Now, if this is your first time joining me, would you do me a favor? One, like the broadcast and share it. Two, would you subscribe to my YouTube channel? I promise you, I produce life transforming broadcasts on a weekly basis. And I'd like you to be one of the people that gets notified about my new broadcasts. Again, my passion is helping you live your life with passion and doing so passionately. We all have a gift within us that the world is waiting on. As a matter of fact, people's destinies are dependent on you getting and being in the space where you need to be. So I am encouraging you that if you're wondering, well, what is my purpose, or how do I accomplish it, or what was I created to do? Just know that there's hope for you. I encourage you to reach out to me, and I'd love to help you identify that. And if you're looking at my red, it's because I'm preparing for our red carpet event. So I'm sort of like practicing different styles and colors to see which one I'd like to wear for the red carpet. So I hope you join me in the process and kind of like play dress up. My idea for this red carpet event, it's more than just to get people to come out and dress up for a red carpet event. Toastmasters has been so instrumental in my own life. I couldn't speak. I couldn't enunciate my own name. And by being involved in Toastmasters and actively participating, now that's the key, because many people feel like, well, I'm a member of Toastmasters, so great. Okay, but what does that do you? It's basically like having a bank account with no money. I have a bank account, okay, but there's no money in it. So in Toastmasters, it's having the bank account, and you participating actively is depositing money into that bank account. The good thing about it is the bank account is yourself. You know, on this program, one of the things I talk about often is the fact that your mind is your most valuable asset. bar none. Your most valuable asset is right between your two ears. The other thing I talk about often is your greatest investment. And your greatest investment is the investment you put or do or invest in yourself. No one can take that away. The markets may go up and down, but the investment that you invest in yourself, it keeps going up and up. Your investment continually and impacts other people's lives. I mentioned earlier that people are literally waiting or are dependent on you getting in the place where you need to be. If it's a business owner or a business, there are people that will not be hired unless you hire them. So they're waiting for you to get that business off the ground and going so that they can have that job to help support their family. There are other people whose lives and destinies are dependent on you being in the right place and being ready when that right time comes. Toastmasters helps you in all of those ways. I have been a Toastmaster now for, and I know I'm sort of going off what I intended to talk about, and that is the Laurel, and I will. It's all about the Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club and Toastmasters International. If I were to give this red carpet breakthrough topic a second title, it would be Searching for Significance. The Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club, located in Connellsville, Pennsylvania, is making history in so many ways. So, on behalf of the officers, the amazing officers, and the members of our Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club, I want you to be part of the history that we are creating in this area. We created history when we chartered our club in June of this year, where generally clubs are chartered with 20 members. Ours was chartered with 21 members. While growing up, I couldn't speak. And I think that's why I have such a passion for helping others with this such an important part of life that sometimes we take for granted. As a matter of fact, most people who are able to speak believe that they don't need to be a member of a Toastmasters club because, well, I don't need to be a public speaker. I speak already. I'm already a public speaker. Or I don't like to, speak publicly, so I don't need to join that. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, he said recently that if you're not comfortable with public speaking, then you ought to be. Because if you want to rise in management or rise to a management level in any company, or basically be an effective professional anywhere, your ability to communicate effectively is critical. I can tell you that because I worked on Wall Street, managed the operations of over 500 people, saw every person who came onto that group and who left the group. So basically, the onboarding and the offboarding of every single staff member. And some staff members were not hired because I was the first person they met, and I needed to know that they were ready to get started and get started basically running, not just us having to teach them basic communication and leadership skills. That is critical, especially if you're going for a professional position. And many times we think, well, I can speak. I did projects in college. Why do I need to join this organization to help, to become a public speaker? I can speak in public. And maybe I see it differently because I stuttered so badly growing up and because I had no friends and I had to consistently improve me. As a matter of fact, and it's true, I tell people, I share my journey with people because I read the Bible and a dictionary to learn to enunciate words. And fact is, I'm still not there yet. It's still a learning process. And I've been a member of Toastmasters International for over 20 years. And I'm still an active member. Why? Because I understand the benefits of it, and it has blessed me in so many ways in my career professionally. So if you're just wondering about it, I encourage you to seriously look into it. I boast about this. Well, I boast about it, and I don't boast about it. I boast about it in the sense that I know it's not me. In any position I had, I'm sure that there were more qualified people for those positions. So I know, one, it was God ordained, but two, I was prepared for the position or the opportunity when they came. And what helped me to be prepared is my ability to communicate effectively and lead effectively as well. That does not come overnight, and it does not come automatically. I mentioned earlier that Warren Buffett mentioned that if you want to progress quickly in a management role, learn effective public speaking skills. He did it in 1951. He took a course in human relations and effective speaking. What he said was, the ability to communicate effectively will be an asset to you for 50 or 60 years. 50 or 60 years. And if you don't or cannot communicate effectively, it's a liability for the same 50 to 60 years. Now, if the richest man or one of the richest men in the world is talking about it, then there must be something about the ability to communicate and lead effectively that's important to our growth and our professional development. So think about that. And for our businesses as well. If you're a business owner, your ability to communicate effectively and lead effectively is what will take your business to where it's at now to another level. Think about that. I was the president of the Standard & Poor's Effective Communicators Toastmasters Club, and I saw a vast difference in the people who were members of that club, in their growth, promotion, and advancement on the job. I saw a vast difference between them and those who were not members of the Toastmasters Club. I have so many examples of the benefits of Toastmasters. It would take more than one broadcast to share them with you. People who are Toastmasters have a sort of can-do attitude. They are always ready to fail and fail forward. I believe that if you want to be able to network more effectively, and as I go through, I'll throw in little tips and tools for you, because I mentioned network more effectively, and it occurred to me that our network, the people we know, are so much more valuable than our net worth, the monies we have in our bank account. So, and I believe that Toastmasters helps you to network more effectively. As a matter of fact, one of my major consulting gigs that I got many, many years ago was because of a Toastmaster member who recommended me to their company that was Colgate-Palmolive, their technology center. And I did a training program for their their management team there. And it occurred to me, had I not been a Toastmaster member, this person may never have known about me. So remember that. Okay, let's continue. Now, part of who I am, I talk about the fact that your mind is your most valuable asset and your investment in yourself is your greatest investment. However, the theme of my life, or if I were to give you a couple of principles that I live by, there are two simple ones. One is live with CIA principles. That is character, integrity, and an amazing attitude. If you live with that principle alone, it will push you along in life in so many ways in the right direction. Character, integrity, and an amazing attitude. That's my CIA principle. So I encourage you to take the tips, tools, and insights I'm sharing with you and apply them to your life and your family's life and see what happens. Many companies use Toastmasters as a form of internal training for their staff members, a low-cost internal training, because it's just about or less than $100 to become a member. That is a steal of a deal. And you have the ability to consistently improve your skills, and you see the benefits, and people talk about the benefits because they see you get better and better every day. So if you've never heard of Toastmasters, I hope this evening's conversation would at least spur you to look into what is Toastmasters all about. Some of you may be wondering, so what is it, Sharon? And you're thinking, well, it's toasting, so maybe it's about drinking. Now, having orange juice is a good thing, but Toastmasters is not about drinking. Sorry. Toastmasters is about building your communication and leadership skills. It's not just a club of people who drink. And if you want to learn more about Toastmasters, and I'll tell you the basic, they are the world's leading nonprofit communication and leadership development organization. The world's leading. They're in 143 countries in the world, including in my home country of Trinidad and Tobago. As a matter of fact, that was the first place I heard about Toastmasters. I had a mentor who worked with the central bank, and he introduced me to Toastmasters after a training program I had gone to. And we started one at Eastern Credit Union. I'm sure if there are Trinidadians looking, they must know about Eastern Credit Union in the Caribbean. It's no longer just in Trinidad. But let's zero into Laurel Highlands Toastmasters, because today I am so honored to be the sponsoring president of the Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club. And again, I said it's the only one in the entire southwestern Pennsylvania area, all the way into Morgantown. And the Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club, we believe that leaders lead. And that's what they do, right? You know that you're a leader when people are following you. Leaders lead. And every single member of a Toastmasters Club, and especially mine, because they have so many senior leaders in this club, every one of them are leaders. However, we don't just want to be leaders. We want to be great leaders. So what's the difference between a leader and a great leader? Well, at Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club, you can come and find out, because we believe that great leaders build other leaders. And in case you're living in a different country or in another state and you're saying, Sharon, you're inviting me to come, but I don't live in the US. That's fine, because the Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club again created history when we registered with Toastmasters International as their first hybrid club, meaning we have meetings in person and you can also join us via Zoom to participate. Yes, participate and literally be a member of our club. So we are very excited. When you charter as a club, you have what's called a charter party and induction ceremony. And we have chosen to make our charter party and induction ceremony a history-making one. Yes, another history-making one. We're about to have the first red carpet charter and induction ceremony, charter party and induction ceremony in the history of Toastmasters International. How cool is that? Right here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Now, people may ask me, Sean, but why? I mean, doing a red carpet is a lot of work. Think about it. You see Hollywood and it looks so easy. And they have event planners to do those things. We, as a new club, it's the officers and members who are planning this event. And people may have been asking, I don't see why you need to do that. Hey, listen, if you are ordinary and there's nothing significant about you, people don't necessarily want to be around you. What can they learn? What can you learn from ordinary or mediocre? Nothing. As a matter of fact, yes, you could learn something. You can learn what not to do. I have decided in my life that I want to be extraordinary. Extraordinary because extraordinary people impact more lives. And that's what I want to do. So we, as a Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club, because we have been impacting or making history in so many ways, we have decided to do it even once again with this red carpet event. So next week I'll tell you more about it. But for now, I want you to know that you're invited to join us. On the 9th of November, we'll be having this red carpet event. It's going to be in the Connellsville Library, in the auditorium, a beautiful place. And you can join us online or on the red carpet if you're local or can come into Connellsville. And I've been inviting people to come discover Connellsville, Pennsylvania. So if you wanted to do that, you can do that, or join us on the red carpet in person. So I encourage you to do so. Plan your event. And if you'd like to see more or learn more about Toastmasters International or the Laurel Highlands Toastmasters Club, just check out toastmasters.org and look for Laurel Highlands, or you can check out laurelhighlands.toastmastersclubs.org, and you'll find all the information you need to be part of our red carpet. And remember, if you're doing something for the first time or doing something different, understand that people are going to push back. Not everyone is going to agree with you or like what you're doing, and that's okay. You've got to be strong enough to know that even with critics, or as a matter of fact, if you're not being criticized, then maybe you're not doing anything really significant. So be mindful of that, and we encourage you to be part of be part of history makers, be part of Laurel Highlands Toastmasters. If you want more information, I encourage you again to go online and learn more about us. And it's going to be November 9th from 6 to 9 p.m. Carnegie Free Library. It is a free event. We are looking for sponsors. So if you're out there and you're seeing this broadcast and you'd like to be one of our sponsors, we encourage you, please do so. And what else? You can RSVP, whether online or in person. You can RSVP to Laurel Highlands TM@gmail.com. That's the word Laurel Highlands, Laurel Highlands, HIGHLANDS TM@gmail.com. And let us know if you join us in person or on the red carpet. It's going to be a phenomenal event. I'm telling you, we have so many dignitaries. As a matter of fact, I didn't mention the fact that our club is one of the only clubs I know that has both a senator and our city's mayor as members. That's huge, I think. We have some of the major resorts around sponsoring us and coming to the events. We have car dealership owners saying, I want to be part of this. So we are really excited just to be impacting the city. And after a year and a half of being locked down and not being able to even put a pair of heels on, I am so excited about this. So between now and the event, I'll be wearing colors that are fit for the red carpet, or maybe even dressing up in a dress that is right for the red carpet. So if you want to join us, we encourage you to do so. I like to do this at the end. So at the end of my program, at the end of every program, I like to pray with you, because I don't know what you're going through, what you've been through, or what your needs are. But I may not be able to reach out and touch you, hug you, or give you something physically. But truly, truly, I believe that prayer goes a long way. So right now, if you're watching and you are going through a challenging time, you or your family, I just want to pray with you. Father, right now, I thank you. I thank you so much for the people who are watching and who will watch this broadcast. I thank you for the ability to come before them on a regular basis and share things with them, tips, tools, and insights for life. I thank you, oh God, because for anyone who's going through a challenging time, I ask you to step in, oh God, and take control. Step in, Father God, and work things out for them. Is it sickness? Is it finances? Is it a job? Is it whatever the issue is, oh God, I ask you to step in and take control and work it out for them. In the name of Jesus, I speak your shalom over every situation. Until next week, right here at 7 p.m. To share this broadcast, share the fact that we have a red carpet event coming up. Yes, and you are welcome to be part of it. So until next week, I encourage you to do something different. Significance comes when you do something different, and impact your world, because that's what you are made to do. Until then, I encourage you to have a great week.